A couple of years back, I had a group of about 20 people with me for a day, what I call old-timers, clients who had at one point or another over the preceding 11 or 12 years done my 2-day intensive personal development workshop, the one that's here online on Gertie.net. Some of those people had been practicing clearing their minds, maybe mental exercising, maybe meditating, call it what you will, on and off since they had done the workshop. Some of them had, by their own admission, fallen by the wayside. Most of them weren't as clearly in flow, as clearly turned on, as clearly present and clear in their minds as they had been during the 2-day workshop and in the weeks following the 2-day workshop. The group broke into little groups and discussed why this had happened, why some people had fallen by the wayside, why some people were only practicing what they knew would change their lives intermittently. At the end of the individual discussions, everybody in all the little groups had come to the same conclusion. They said, "We are lazy slobs." Unfortunately, if you're not too uncomfortable in your life, it is the easiest thing in the world to be lazy. Normal people, and that's 96% of us at the very least, are lazy. They will not do anything to change the course of their lives. They will not do anything to move from the mundane life of not too bad into something more exciting, more important, more uplifting. Little wonder that normal people's New Year's resolutions are generally the same from one year to the next. Little wonder that there are hundreds and probably thousands of books on diets that work for a week or two and then don't work anymore. Little wonder that the average gym membership in Ireland and the UK is about 6 weeks. A little wonder that the people who do hold on to their membership for 6 weeks, generally speaking, on average, only turn up to the gym twice. Normal people are lazy. And yet, even the people who know how, through a little bit of mental exercising, you can change your life beyond recognition, they, by their own admission, are lazy too. Now, I had a client over here with me, here in the Alps, here in this very room, 3 weeks ago. This is a guy who, when I met him first, was all over the place. A guy who was suffering from stress. A guy who had serious back pain and couldn't, for example, exercise in a gym. He was over here with me, as I said, a couple of weeks ago. He'd been here with me the same week last year. And he told me that he's meditating now 1 hour every morning, 7 days a week. The result of which, for starters, is that he can row on a rowing machine in the gym for 30 minutes non-stop. That he feels, indeed looks, $1 million. And that his life has changed beyond recognition. 1 hour every morning. As he said, if I wanted to change my life, I had to actually change the routine of my life. If I wanted to do 1 hour in the morning, I had to get up at 6 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. And if I wanted to get up at 6 o'clock, I had to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, rather than 11 o'clock at night. As he said, my whole life adjusted by 1 hour. It's a wonderful expression that he had for me. If you want to change your life, you have to change your life. You have to make a commitment. You have to shake yourself up. You have to pull yourself together. You actually have to not be lazy. The rewards are incredible. Even my clients who have fallen by the wayside and who admit that they are lazy will admit as well that when they weren't lazy, the rewards were incredible beyond belief. So if you have fallen by the wayside, or if you haven't even got on the horse in the first place and are riding towards the life that you could have, you need to realize the fundamental truth that, as I said right at the outset of this short session, normal people are lazy. You need to get over your laziness. It doesn't take an awful lot of commitment. It takes a tiny, tiny bit of discipline. That's all it is. Unfortunately, some of the people I've met over the last 14 years have had to become desperate before they woke up, whether it was through a serious illness, whether it was through losing a job or losing a loved one. Unfortunately, as I said a few minutes ago, normal people are not too bad. Normal people are not uncomfortable enough, and I think that goes for most of us. Please don't wait to be desperate to turn yourself on. Please don't wait to be desperate to get your mind in the clear state it needs to be in to lead you to the life that you can really, really have beyond your wildest dreams.